and welcome to My Xbox and Me, episode 191. I am one of your hosts, MC Fixer, alongside the man who has saved the day today, because it was almost a show by myself. I won't even say his nickname. Crash, how are you?
Oh man, thank you for that. That's
Too
best
fresh,
intro you've given me. No, you had to ruin it.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I had to.
man.
I had to. How are you,
It was
Crash?
going so well. I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Oh my god, my life has not been more stressful. No, that's a lie. But moving is so stressful, dude. It is so stressful. I've officially moved. We are officially in a different room today. And I put a blue screen up because I haven't got a good background. You might hear a dog bark. You might hear my mum shout Bella. You might hear a lot of stuff. Will I edit it out? I'll try my best. But if I don't, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But My Xbox and Me is still here. Our weekly Xbox podcast. Remember, if you want the show early, head over to patreon.com/mcfixer. One early this week, was it? It was super late because this is Sunday and we usually record. We usually get it out on a Friday. I apologise. Again, moving is hard. You can find us on all podcast services, iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and all that. And remember to hit the subscribe button or hit the follow button to our Twitch and YouTube channels. YouTube.com/mcfixer and twitch.tv/Kreshnik.
That's it. That's it. There you go.
I got it right.
Always tempted to add the place.
I mean, you know, it's hard. Branding's easy when you do it right. MC Fixer, MC Fixer, MC Fixer, MC Fixer. Kreshnik plays. Kreshnik. Crash. Who are you, sir?
Wait. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, where am I, Crush? Oh, branding's easy. Is that right, XOB Fixer?
Oh my! Apart from Xbox, is different. Yeah, that's different. It's different. That's totally different.
No.
Nobody. That's not.
No,
part
where
of
am I
my...
known as Crash?
Your name is Crash. We call you Crash.
I call you Fixer, so what's the MC about?
That's SEO, baby. SEO. We got two Patreon producers this month. Your boy Mike Lynch. No ad, but just Mike supporting the show as per usual. Thank you very much for the support, Mike. And your boy Super Killer Bunny. He didn't hit me with a new one, so I'm just going to read the same one. Which is, if you want to watch a stream where basically nothing happens, and maybe it's not even a stream, and maybe you just wanted to play some games, but couldn't decide, just like our Patreon producer, Super Killer Bunny. Check them out at twitch.tv/superkillerbunny on one of the days of the week. Most weeks, 60% of the time, he's live 30% of the time. There you go. The most convoluted and confusing way of saying, go support Super Killer Bunny. But thank you for the support. Appreciate you, Bunny. Appreciate you. Crash, there's bullshit in the front because there's not that much news. I've went dark, obviously, and you've taken over the mantle, and you're streaming Football Manager, which you'd say, Fixer, you can't talk about Football Manager because it's not an Xbox game. Motherfuckers, it's an Xbox Game Pass. We can talk about it as much.
I wouldn't be playing if it wasn't on Game Pass.
Exactly. Why are you playing Football Manager? We'll get into what's in our box in a second, obviously, after the topic of the show. But what brought this upon you?
I just kept saying I'd play it, and then it was like the $1 upgrade for the PC version of Game Pass. I was like, I'll do it. Football Manager's on there. I can make a stream of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's sort of
how you
all
liking
that really happened.
Or not liking it?
It's better than I thought it would be.
I told you. It's
I understand why people play it. It's a very good podcast game, or like I have like some spare time in the beginning of my day or whatever. At the end of my night, it's a very relaxed, chilled game, and that's sort of where it is for me right now. It's fun. I've streamed it twice now.
Yeah.
3 to 4 hours each time.
That's not bad.
So. Yeah, so I'm enjoying
Anyone
it.
been a dick? Anyone coming in been a dick, or is it been alright?
No, everybody's just nice, bro. It's weird.
I told you, it's weird, isn't it?
So weird. No, even the people who are normally in there, like that, they'll troll a bit.
Of
like
course.
They're not trolling. They're not trolling, man.
It's weird.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Very, very weird.
I mean, I've had a weird week. I don't really know what to do with myself. Like this week is like sort of been like a vacation week where I've like done as much as we've been moving, but I've not done anything. Like literally, I played some games, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but work-wise, I haven't done anything. I did like some overlay stuff, and I'm like trying to get like other bits done, like the bits that you never have time to get done. I'm trying to get done, but it's just super weird. It's super weird. The internet just got put in yesterday in in this place where I'm at now recording, which is my sister's bedroom. For those who don't know, I will show, if you follow me on Twitch, I will show you the bedroom at some point. We've got a dog now, which will have doggo cam because she comes up here and sleeps next to me. So yeah, it's a big change, but weird. But obviously, most people know that I said I'm taking the whole of July off streaming. I still plan to. I am struggling though. I miss it. I miss it so much. Where I didn't realize how big of a part of my life it is. Like, even if I wasn't doing this for a job, I'd still stream, which is interesting. Because I always thought, oh, well, if it weren't a job, maybe I'd just go back to playing games casually and I wouldn't worry about that sort of thing. No, I miss streaming.
Yeah, I think if it's not a job, you don't look at the numbers as much.
Which is hard.
And you could play more casual games on stream.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I get you. I get you. It's a hard one. Yeah. It is a hard
one. It's a very tricky one. Yeah.
But let's get into the topic of the show this week. And Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony contest Trump administration trade tariffs.
Tariffs.
Yeah. Earlier last week, Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft all petitioned the US government to reconsider their stance on tariffs placed on goods imported from China to the US. The trio of video game and console developers issued a joint statement responding to the US trade representatives' request for public comments regarding the implement of tariffs, saying, quote, We respectfully request the administration to remove, I think it's HTSUS, subheading of 9504.50.00 covering video game consoles from the final list of tariffs, and thus refraining from applying tariffs on these products. Obviously, this isn't something that really affects me because I'm not in America, but I'm sure it would have a knock-on effect across the rest of the world, which is why for some reason, if something happens to America, it happens to all of us. We all get fucked, and that's why I think all of us have sort of come together. Don't want to get political, but come together with like this Trump stuff. We're like, oh man, this is not good because it really does affect the rest of the world.
Right.
Obviously, this is a big one, but it's really the reason I wanted to talk about it mainly was obviously it's big news and it's something to talk about. But the main thing was the fact that Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft have all come together for something that's a big deal, and it's something that Phil Spencer spoke about a lot, really, which is like play anywhere and stuff like that. It's just even more so of that, which is like this is gonna F all of us. We need to come together, forget the stupid war, we can all make money and everyone can be happy, and this just is more so of that, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree. I honestly, like, I knew the tariff was happening and I didn't think about how it would affect gaming until this happened, because if you think about it, like, oh, I buy my console in America, it doesn't really matter, I'm not getting it imported from China, but like when they make the console, there's a lot of small pieces.
Where's it coming from? China. Well, exactly. The tariff is being proposed by the Trump administration as part of the wider economic standoff between the United States and China, and would include a 25% on video game consoles, controllers, arcade machines, and even board games. 25% increase. So imagine people that bitched about the PlayStation when it was $600 that time. It could get way worse. The future is bleak if this happens. For game
people
consoles.
Who expected expensive consoles next gen, you guys might be right. And it might not have anything to do with like Microsoft or something. It's just like how they got to do things.
It's just that's the way the world works, right? It's one of those things where if they have to pay 25% increase, it means that's going to come down to the end user. It's going to come down to people like me and you because they still have to make a profit. That's business. So we've always spoke about how games are going to go up in price at some point, yada yada. Maybe it won't be because of devs or greedy publishers or anything like that. It will strictly be because of government, which is strange to think. Do you think the fact that the three big heads have come together will change anything?
No, I don't think Trump cares about them. Like, if I'm being completely honest, like, I was watching a podcast that made a really interesting point about Trump like celebrities, and I don't think any of them are considered celebrities. So I don't think... He's a celebrity to us. You're right. Maybe Miyamoto. Can you please talk to Trump?
You just don't know. Phil Spencer turns up. He's like, "Yo, we're gonna put you in the new Halo." Like, don't tell him that he's the end boss.
You know what?
There you go.
You know, he doesn't have to be an end boss, an Easter egg, a little orange man walking around.
Nah. If you're gonna grease the wheels, you gotta grease the wheels properly. All right.
Okay.
Do it properly. If you're gonna do
the whole game revolves around him.
It's a Trump game. It's Halo Trump. And
right.
It's not the way we're thinking like we're Trump in the world. No, it's literally just Master Chief. Cortana becomes Trump, and it's Trump talking to Master Chief through the whole game.
Oh wow, yeah. Okay, I could see this. Halo would definitely.
It would fit.
It'd get a lot of eyes on it for sure.
It might
I don't know if it'd be any good, but it'd get eyes.
It has done. You never know. You never know. But all in all, this is a good thing that they're coming together. We'll keep you updated on the news on what's going on here. Again, doesn't affect Europe for once. Brexit fucks us already. This doesn't fuck us, hopefully.
Yeah.
Who knows?
We'll see.
Crash, what's been in your box this week, dude? What have you been playing?
Bloodstained Ritual of the Night.
How is it?
It's very good. It's really, really good. Probably from what I've played so far, somewhere in my top 5 game of the year.
How many games you beat this year?
Can't remember.
6?
Look, are we considering only games I beat that came out this year?
You can't.
I beat a few games that came out before this year.
Look, game of the year.
Wait till we make a list, and it's all gonna be games from last year.
You're gonna put a Snowbite mic on me. I'm like, yo, Crash, what's your game of the year? Like PUBG. It's like, that come out last year. No.
I finally got around to playing on the free
weekend. It was
top 5.
Banging.
Yeah, I played it only that free weekend, nothing more. But it really stuck with me, bro.
But you liking Bloodstained?
Yes, it's really good. It's basically like Symphony of the Night, and I always forget the name of the other Castlevania games. They came out on the Game Boy Advanced, and they had some on the 3DS. I don't remember. I always say Circle of the Moon, but I'm pretty sure it's not that.
Got ya.
I think that's a Castlevania game, but it's not the one I'm talking about.
Not the one you're even on about, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, where you basically kill monsters and you can get powers from them and whatnot, and item drops. It's very RPG. It's good. It has a lot of tiny Easter eggs that are funny.
So
not funny, but entertaining. Just the gameplay, the exploration, the Metrovania style of it. The boss designs are cool. The art style is so much better than what they had shown, because I've been backing this game since it was first announced on Kickstarter.
Okay.
So I've sort of been sticking with it as it's progressed, and the art style they had for a very long time that they changed up. They showed us the change because obviously they've had it changed for a while.
Yeah.
Like a week or two before the game came out, or however, it might have been a month or something. It looks so much better than it was. I was really worried. They had a demo. It was a little floaty. It's a lot better than that. It's on the Switch.
Everything's a positive. A Kickstarter game that comes out works. Yeah. The only big thing, obviously, was that it got exclusive to the Epic Store, right? Was that this one?
No. I'm pretty sure it's on Steam. So I think it's on Steam.
Went well. Everything was good.
The only thing is, like, they had Kickstarter rewards that they're selling as DLC. Is the only thing I've seen people complaining about. Is that people are like, oh, I backed on Kickstarter to get these rewards, and now people are getting them for free.
Okay.
Well, not for free. You have to pay for them, but it's like those should be exclusive to me.
Oh no, F that. I don't agree with that.
I agree. Like, I get where they're coming from, but I don't.
Why would you limit it? I get where it's like, well, I upped my Kickstarter to make this game happen, but you should be proud of the fact that, mate, I've never kickstarted anything in my life, so could be talking out my arse here, but I would be proud of the fact that something happened.
Yeah, I'm just glad that the game I wanted to come out came out and it's good. Yeah. That's like all I can hope for. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, it helps. It definitely helps. Anything else you've been playing other than Football Manager? Obviously, the best game.
That's about it.
All you got to do is get through a whole season, Crash, on Football Manager. You completed it. I'll allow it.
Really? Okay. All right.
Without getting
That's gonna be added to my last. That's gonna be added to my list.
All right, sweet. Means. Yeah, okay, nice. I've been playing. I played a couple of things, obviously, because I've been sort of chilling. Played a lot of FIFA. Played a lot of Madden. I went and bought NBA, and I mean, I always try and buy the NBA games because I like the story of them. Usually, I like. Look, I'm an overweight fat black dude. with no athletic abilities, but I like sports. So if you can put me in a game and I name the character Corey Spearman and I'm like, yo, this is me, I get to react. I'm always for it. Always. The story for this one was okay. Again, it's weird because I don't know if I'm still in the story or not, because so the prelude came out and I played that before the game came out. Then I played through another part and it still said the prelude. Then I got to the campaign part and I'm like, it's just like a normal season with like some extra. The coach will come and talk to you and you got your social media following and you're sort of building that up. But it's a long game. Basketball's a long. I didn't realize how many games there are in basketball. Like, it's a lot of games. So you're building up your character and stuff like that. All in all, I'm enjoying it. And we'll talk about NBA again in a little bit with the ads stuff, which I will talk about. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. It's something different to FIFA when in the sports world and Madden. And I'm like, okay, they are the best. I played EA's what's it live as well, and I was like, oh yeah, 2K still shits all over it, like by a mile. So
and people have been getting less and less like hype for 2K as it's come out over the years. Yeah, they're like, gameplay is getting kind of stale, whatever. Bunch
it's so hard. It's basketball.
You can't make it better than what it is the issue. I think
that's the thing with FIFA. Like, FIFA's maybe it's because I understand FIFA and I understand football that I'm like, this should change and this should change and this should change. Where Madden and NBA, I'm like, I understand the rules of the sports, but I don't know all the players. I know the famous players like Tom Brady, stuff like that. But so when I play, I'm like, this is brilliant. I throw the ball and I caught the ball, yeah. Or I threw the ball and I alley-oops, yeah. Like, so to me, it's like, oh, it works, boom. Where I'm sure if you're an NBA fan the way I like football, you can see all the little things that are wrong with the game. I can't see it because I just enjoy it, but yeah. I played that. I played Life is Strange Season 2, Episode 1.
Ooh, how'd you like that?
Yeah, no spoilers. I enjoyed it. It was good, and it had some decent moments, but I didn't play Season 1. I watched Haley play Season 1, and I don't know if that has changed my opinion. Like, Season 1 to me was phenomenal. Like, watching, but I don't know if it was because I was getting to watch my fiance, who's not playing games all the time, watching her playing and like the impact it was having and stuff like that. I don't know if that's why I'm a little bit biased towards it. I think that'd be the fair thing to say, biased. But this season it's cool. You've got your two brothers, and I don't want to go into two. It's so hard to talk about this type of games because everything you say is a spoiler. I enjoy it. I'm going to play episode 2, which is already on Game Pass, and I think episode 3 is on Game Pass too. I enjoy it. I'm going to stick with it because I want to see how the story plays out, but I don't think it's not anywhere near as powerful as Season 1, personally.
In your defense, I have heard that. I haven't played 1 or 2, so I can't really speak on it, but I have heard people who speak about 2 say that it's not as good as 1.
Yeah, I think
it isn't of the same quality, story-wise.
Yeah, I think the great thing about Season 1 was, and again, I only watched someone play it, but it seemed like it did a great job of putting you in the shoes of these characters. And you really felt for certain moments that would happen. With episode 1, Season 2, there are moments, and I'm like, oh, this is cool, and I like where the story's going, and I understand being a big brother and getting to play at that dynamic, and there are a couple of moments where you're like, oh damn, and you have to make a serious decision, and like you're teaching this kid a life lesson. But I've done all that with Clementine, and that's the only problem, where when you're teaching a kid life lessons, it's like, oh, I've done this and I've done it better. With Season 1 and Season 2 of Walking Dead, nothing can touch that for me, of being an adult teaching a kid how to get on in this world. And this is a little bit more of that, which again, I don't hate, but I'm still early on, so yeah. I'll be sure to report back next week, which should be cool. Other than that, that's it, man. That's it. And Final Fantasy 7, but again,
have you been getting on in that?
I've literally scratched the surface. I took my Switch to the new house, and the old house. So the reason I've not been playing much is because like literally I've had nothing. I didn't have a TV, I didn't have internet. I was just sort of like, what should I do? So I've been watching a bunch of YouTube videos. So yeah, but I got to play those 2 games before all the stuff moved. So Yeah.
Nice.
Let's get into the news this week, Crash. Not much of it, so it won't be too long. But Microsoft is focusing on one next-gen console, not two. The reports over the course of the last year indicate that Microsoft was working on two next-gen consoles. In a new interview, and rumors suggesting there are new interviews, and rumors suggesting the company has decided to make its next console, codenamed Project Scarlet, a single device. In an interview with Business Insider, Xbox head Phil Spencer responded to a question about him referring to the next generation of Xbox as multiple consoles during E3 2018, saying, "Last year we said consoles and we shipped a console. And we've now detailed another console. I think that's plural." The console Microsoft released within the last year was the Xbox One S all-in digital edition, which is really just a significantly less expensive, definitely not significantly, this is from IGN by the way, definitely not significant, don't make me say bad words, I should have read this first, you're lucky I'm in a rush, not significant, I'm interjecting there, Xbox One without a disc tray, as you all know. How do you feel about this? I'm so happy about it, personally. I thought two consoles would be mixing the message, and especially with xCloud being out there and stuff like that, it's like focus on one, and you're going to give us another one with a redesign like you always do, and then maybe now we've got to that point where it's a more powerful one, yay! Yeah. But stick to one console.
Yeah, I don't think we need two on release. Has a game company ever done two on release?
Xbox did with the 360. With the way they were talking about it, because they did the arcade edition of the 360, which just came with a memory card, so it didn't have a hard drive,
right?
And then so you couldn't install games and stuff like that. And then they did the
Elite.
No, they did a normal edition, which came with a 20 gig hard drive, which is so crazy to think that an Xbox came with a 20 gig hard drive of 360.
That was big back then, bro.
Yeah, man.
That was a lot of stores. Like, oh my god, 20 gigs. What am I gonna do with all this?
And then they did a upgrade, which was 120 gig, which was the Elite. But they were talking about launching at the same time. An arcade edition and a normal 360 edition came out at the same time. So yeah, I'm not sure about anybody else. Sony's not done it.
No. Nintendo hasn't that I can think of.
Think so.
Okay.
Could be wrong. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is good news. I don't think them spreading their focus and sort of trying to sell two separate products at the same time really works. Now it's just one. It's all more powerful. And then if you don't want to get this, you can stream your games on the Xbox you already have.
Exactly.
Which is good.
Yeah. I just think it comes down to mindshare. Again, They must have learned from the first time the Xbox One, which I've got a fat one sitting in front of me, a VCR, and they must have learned from that, where it's like, we do not want to muddle the messaging on a console. Don't do it. Just don't do it, because it's only going to be pain for us. We've been there before. We don't need to be there again. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But we'll see. Next up, Xbox boss Phil Spencer in the news again on giving studios more time for game quality. Xbox head Phil Spencer has commented on giving developers within Xbox game studios more development time to ensure games are made at a high quality. In an interview with Kotaku, Spencer was asked why 2019 will be the first year in nearly a decade that Microsoft won't release a Forza game, to which he responded, quote, "One of the nice things I loved about the E3 2019 Xbox briefing was the things we didn't show. I think about the 14 first-party games, 12 are shipping in the next year. We are really able to focus on what's coming now, which I think is awesome. And then I think about the studios, where was the initiative? Where was Turn 10? Where was Playground's second team? Where was Playground's second team? Forget that. It was nice, and this hasn't always been the case for our first party lineup, where we've had the ability to not show everything all of the time. In the case of Forza, I want the team just like we did with 343 Industries. We gave them time, we did it. That's 4 Halos in 4 years, giving them an opportunity to really think I want to be able to give them the same time to go through their plans. Obviously, this is what we talk about so much, Crash, but it's nice to hear it from the horse's mouth. Really.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't think we need another Forza this year, if I'm being completely honest.
Well, yeah, that's the thing that I think most people were wondering was the fact of we've always had one. Every single year, bar none, we've always had a Forza game. And it's interesting to see them to take a different approach and give them more time. Again, if it means a better game, if it means the team just wasn't ready, perfect. But I think it's interesting the way Phil's speaking here, which is we've got other games now. Once upon a time, we had to rush Halo, Gears, Forza,
and a Forza.
Fable,
right?
Because we had nothing else. Now we have 14 first-party studios with games that we can be able to go, okay, you're not going to hit that, it's not a problem.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, 100%, because what's it called? They don't need to put out a Forza game anymore every year. No. They can focus on all these other games, and maybe a smaller game gets a little bit more focus.
Sorry about the technical issues. Crash's internet has died on us, unfortunately, so I am going to finish out the rest of my Xbox and me. Here we go, guys. Cyberpunk 2077 install size is twice as big as The Witcher 3. The disk space needed for Cyberpunk 2077 has been revealed by Game Pressure, which they confirmed after pre-ordering the game from the PlayStation Store. The PlayStation version will reportedly need to be at least 80 gigabytes of space, which is more than twice the size of The Witcher 3's install, and 13 gigabytes than the largest game, which on PlayStation is currently Days Gone. So, I mean, it's pretty obvious it's going to be exactly the same on the Xbox. It's very, very rarely do you find that games are extremely different across platforms, except for PC, of course, because of bigger texture packs and stuff like that. Interesting, 80 gigabytes. Still, I remember, I think GTA might be the biggest game on my Xbox so far, which is interesting. Again, it's one of those games I just keep on my Xbox. I keep it there because there's going to be a day that I want to play GTA. There's going to be a day. Moving on swiftly, Dead Space creators new studio to develop PUBG narrative experience. Glenn Schofield, I believe, the former vice president and general manager of Sledgehammer Games and Visceral Games, who was an instrumental in creating Dead Space and co-director on multiple Call of Duty games, has been named the head of Striking Distance Studios by PUBG. PUBG Corporation announced the news today that Schofield will be building a world-class development team from the ground up to help this new narrative experience within the PUBG universe. This new studio will be located in San Rockman, CA. Quote, this is from Schofield. Throughout my career, I've had a lot of opportunities to make some remarkable games that tell incredible stories, and each of them has meant something special to me, said Schofield. But now, those learning will help me build a AAA team that can explore a new design and concept at striking distance. Super weird. Super weird. I don't really understand why this is happening, honestly. Like, when I think PUBG, I don't think world building. When I think PUBG, I don't think single player. When I think PUBG, I don't think universe. When I think PUBG, I don't think any of those things. PUBG to me is a battle royale, and don't get me wrong, not every game needs to stay in its lane and stay in its genre, but PUBG still doesn't work very good on Xbox, so I'd never trust them with a AAA single player experience. And is that really what people want from the brand? Again, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. We will soon find out. Last story of the week, NBA 2K19 community angered by seemingly unskippable ads. NBA 2K19 players are complaining that unskippable ads are surfacing in the basketball sim game across multiple platforms. In a Reddit thread created Saturday, Reddit user I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name, posted a screenshot of a loading screen from NBA 2K, along with the caption reading, "Unskippable ads in a $60 game. Expensive," or whatever it says. I've been playing a ton of NBA 2K19, as I said at the top of the show. Really enjoying it, think it's a great game. I'm playing the career mode, and I've played the My Park mode as well. I have not experienced any of these unskippable ads. And to be honest with you, this is obviously not a good thing. This is not something we want in AAA games, not something we want in $60 games. So I'm not saying that. But the thing I want to talk about a little bit is the YouTubers that post about this and they've never even played the game. Like, it really annoys me. It really annoys me when YouTubers go out there and spread false information. Not saying this is false, but they've not done the checks. They've not gone and checked it themselves. They've just said, they've seen the headline and like, "Oh, we've got a thumbnail, let's do this." That's not what this is about. That's not what this is about. That's not what I think we should be focused on. We should care about our games. And we should care about this industry. And I think if you are a YouTuber that does this, you're wrong. Do the work. Go and buy the goddamn game and make sure there are unskippable ads in the goddamn game before you report on it on your YouTube channel. I'm just saying. I saw so many. It's ridiculous. So many. And I'm like, you've not even played the goddamn game. In some of their videos, they even say they've not even played the game. So how do you know it's true if you've just seen a Reddit post? Doesn't make sense to me. Games with gold this month, we have got a few, which is Inside coming next month. Big Crown Showdown. And on the 360 side, we have Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, and Meet the Robinsons. Remember, if you want to email in, you can go to myxboxandmepodcast@gmail.com. I want to first and foremost, there is no emails this week, but I do want to say, please do email in. The show is going to change. I'm not sure what's going on entirely, but things are going to change. I am working on a lot of stuff. I want to apologize again for this show being late this week. Obviously, I want to try and get the show out as quick as possible, but moving house and stuff like that, getting this set up, what I'm actually at currently, has been a lot of work, and I promise you we will be back to normal scheduling from next week. Plug as always. Let me plug Kresh, which is at Kreshnik Plays on Twitter, at Kreshnik, on Twitch, twitch.tv/Kreshnik, and you know where to find me. I'm still on a sabbatical, I guess, on Twitch at the moment, just trying to get my mental health right and trying to find myself. It's been a week. I have not found myself yet, even though people do DM me saying, "Hey, you coming back now?" I'm like, not yet. I do miss it, and I miss all of you guys, so I'm thankful that I can even do this show. I appreciate all your time. I appreciate your support. And until next time, I will love you, leave you, and see you all later. Goodbye.